Hey guys, welcome to LawnCareMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Now I did a video about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is my neighbor's lawn, and what had happened was the guys that cut her lawn had kind of scalped it. Okay, so I kind of instructed her on how to water it and get it through just the hot July. Well, here we are in September, and what we've come up with, we have some spots that were left in some areas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this sand and just fill those in. And what that's going to do is just kind of get that ground to kind of separate, because this is hard clay. And this used to be farmland, okay? Actually just pasture. But this was pasture land, and this has never been dug in or anything like that except for putting the house in. So all I'm going to do is take some of this sand and just sprinkle it around in some of the dry patches. I'll show you where those are. And you see that some of the weeds start to come in right in there. There's some right here. It's this whole area right in here. And there's some more throughout the lawn, but I'm gonna focus on this right now because I have to bring some more sand back. This is a large area that just didn't recover. And we're not even, I think in this area, you may have to take some of that thatch up. Some of the other areas you don't have to do that, but in this area I'll have to take some of that thatch out, because as they cut, they just kind of, it's just a side shoot, so they just kind of fill this area in. So to get that to kind of break down, I'll have to take some of this thatch out in this area right here. But the other areas aren't too bad, but we're just gonna get some sand and start filling in. Okay, so let's start on this one right here. Okay guys, so what I'm going to use on this to get some of this thatch up is just a hard rake, hard tine rake. You can use a softer rake if you wanted to, but this kind of gets down and just starts to kind of pull that back and loosen this ground up as well to take that sand a little better. That sand will start to work on this ground, and it'll give a little bit more leeway for this grass to start to spread, because this is zoysia. And it'll easily spread. And then we'll come in here probably around maybe March or April, and what we'll do is just fill this in with some topsoil. So we'll put the sand in, let that set through the fall and the winter, and then we'll come in here. I don't think we'll have to have any seed in here, just because this spreads really easily. So, and this is only the first year. Look how much thatch I'm getting out of there. That's a lot. You see how I'm kind of opening up this ground here, just kind of roughing it up, and it's already, I mean, it's pretty good soil. Okay, so we're just gonna get that out of the way. Okay, if you'll walk over here with me. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use white sand. And white sand is better than any other sand that you could put on your lawn, because what's going to happen is this white sand is already cleaned. Okay, so it doesn't have any seeds in it, or weed seeds in it, that can kind of spread weeds throughout your lawn. So that's the best. The masonry sand is just too heavy. And then that river sand has the weed seeds in it from the river. This is almost like beach sand. Okay, so we're going to walk it over here. And what we're going to do is just kind of spread it around. Let me get some more. Okay, so what you can do, you can either kind of drop it like this, or we can just lay it down like that. Let me get some more. Okay, we're just gonna kind of throw that right there. Then take our rake and just spread it around. And if you don't see your grass, no problem. Because what's going to happen is that grass will start coming through. This is kind of like an aeration process with this natural aeration process with the sand. Okay, got about maybe a half an inch to an inch on there. If you're going to do this in the fall without covering up any patches, what you want to do is you want to cut this lawn down really short. Okay, and I'll have a video on that pretty soon, but right now I wanted to show you this. That way, in case you have any dry patches, you can put the sand on there, let it sit through the winter, fall and winter, and then come back with some topsoil. So as you can see, I have a few spots I need to this to, and so I'm gonna do that. Guys, if this video helped you out, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. We'll talk to you later.